I'll be putting to National Cabinet tomorrow, after considering this with the National Security Committee today, which is managing the Commonwealth's response to COVID, a new, what we think is more simple and streamlined set of financial supports for states and territories going forward that may find themselves, hopefully not, in a situation where they would be in a period of lockdown. I stress their prospective changes, and we would be doing the following. Payments for a COVID support payment would still be paid in the second week of a pandemic. They would be paid basically on an arrears basis on that first 7 days. Secondly, the liquid assets test would be waived from the outset. Thirdly, the payment that will be made will be at that December quarter JobKeeper figure for last year, which is the payment that in New South Wales they're about to go into, well, literally from tomorrow for those LGAs that I mentioned before. Payments of the 600 and 375 will be the December quarter, which is the December quarter JobKeeper arrangements. They will be what kicks in when those COVID disaster payments are first paid. They would be paid in the second week. They would be paid in arrears on that first week. Same rules, more than 20 hours, 8 to 20 hours over the course of that first week and onward from there. Secondly, at the end of 14 days, we would be providing to all states and territories the same arrangements that we are entering into now with the New South Wales Government for business. To remind you about those arrangements, that is, if you've had your turnover reduced by more than 30%, you would have, for businesses between 75,000 annual turnover to 50 million annual turnover, you would have 40% of your payroll made in a payment with a minimum payment of $1,500 and a maximum payment of $10,000. That would be done based on that first 2 weeks of any possible lockdown. Of course, we don't want to see these lockdowns. We prefer they not happen. But as we're learning with the Delta strain, it is highly infectious, and it's important that we all understand that if these things become necessary, then Australians and Australian businesses have the confidence about what the arrangements will be. Now, for all other states and territories, the Commonwealth, in those circumstances, will administer those payments for business, and we will do it through a very similar mechanism that we're doing with the Commonwealth disaster payments for individuals.